What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? We tuning in for another video, man. Today, I'm hitting y'all with the reveals, man. Hitting y'all with the reveals or whatever. But we finna move some stuff around, man. Cause it was supposed to be the track day, but look at it. Look at it, man. It just sun out now, but this actually the time the track's supposed to be going hot, and you can see how wet it is here. So pretty sure the track same thing, man. So what I'm about to do is switch brown coat around and put it where Dolo is, called next time in and out and go happen, I'm gonna be in Dolo anyway. I might go ahead and change. Well, I will gonna go ahead and put the radios on, and I'm responding to some comments and answer some questions too, man. Cause I don't know if people don't be hearing everything or watching the whole videos, and then their questions be answered already and they miss it or whatever. So I'm gonna respond to some of them too, so people know. Once again, I'm gonna do it early too in the vlog, but stay tuned. Like I say, I'm gonna reveal the engine size of the old engine that was in Dolo. Cause I think some people get confused and thinking the dyno video I put up is the engine that's in the car now, when it's not. I don't know, or maybe people think I'm capping when I put up that old footage and I put up footage of me putting in the engine that I used to have. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to get to all that. But I'm finna move these things around. So we're going to do that, and y'all stay tuned. Man, I'm finna put this thing on. I said, let me let the BCG at least listen to the exhaust note a little bit before I put it up. I wish y'all could smell it, man. I wish I had smell-o-vision back in the early 90s, man. I wish we had the smell-o-vision that I can smell out here too. I should have got that clip when I had it down the driveway. Y'all can see that paint, man. That paint was flipping. But if you're on my Instagram, you saw it. Yeah, man. Cover this thing up. I'll wait, let it run for a second. I'll wait, let this thing run for a second, cause I'm gonna be done crunk them up in some weeks sometime. So I'll wait, let them run. Get some heat in the motor and all that. Keep everything moving good. We got Dolo down the driveway. And let me think. What's the first question I'm gonna answer while I'm at it? While I'm doing this. Oh, somebody said, do I get tired? Don't I get tired of taking the wheels on and off of Dolo? Big Dolo. They were like, isn't it tiring? No, not necessarily. It's not tiring when you have the right equipment. It's tiring when I using a 4-way load wrench. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna cap. It was tiring taking rims on and off. But when you got an impact, you got that Milwaukee. Y'all know I live by Milwaukee. They don't sponsor me or nothing. I don't care if they don't. They just make some good stuff, man. They make some good stuff. But when you got that Milwaukee impact and you got a low profile 4 or 5 ton floor jack, nah, man, it ain't. Take you 10 minutes, if that. 10 minutes, man, the wheels on and off. So now it ain't tiring. And my thing is, with a car like mine, some people can't understand why I keep taking these rims on and off. Like I told him in the comment, I said, when you got a unit like mine, you do that. My car actually perform. This not a car that just sounds good. This ain't one of them. Which you see that a lot of times with fixed up cars, they just sound good. Dolo ain't that. This ain't one of them cars that just sound good. Like, it's well thought out, and the car do perform when I take it to the track. So when you got a car that actually perform, and you like to make passes in, that's just part of the game. You got your shoes you ride around on, play around on. These, you got your regular 15s, my 9C1 wheels, which is my hard tires. Sometimes you want to ride around on them. Cause I like this car on every wheel. When I had the 9C1 15s on it, it's still clean. The police wheels, it's still clean on there. Then, when you go to the track, you got to have your slicks on and your front runners. Now, if there was just a be clean car and it just sounded good and spent some time, I probably would never take the rims off. Cause what would be the point going to the track and it don't lay down no real number? But when you got a car, when you built a car like I done built it, and it actually perform, it's actually a performance setup that put down some good numbers. Hey, switching your tire part of it, man. That just is. It is what it is. You're gonna see a lot of it over here. When you go to the track, you got to switch your tire. You feel like running on rim, yeah, what you do. So that answers that. So I'm gonna finish covering this up. I'm gonna pull Big Dolo up, then I answer the next question. All right, so I got Big Dolo put up. I said I just want to switch the spots with him, cause I'm gonna be fooling around in Big Dolo next. So I'm gonna be putting the radios back on, all that. So the next thing I'm gonna answer, somebody said they were like why they were, well, I think they put it, they said in one of my videos, I said I didn't care about racing. Why disclose, why not tell the cubic inches, and you basically disclose the information. And like I told him, this gentleman, I was like, it's for business. It's for business purposes only. And I mean, I'm just answering this stuff in case other people are wondering or whatever. Now, the way, I will say this, I will answer questions. I got another one too about Dolo. But I will answer questions, man. And the way I answer them, gonna be whether I answer them respectfully or not, gonna determine how the person came at me. Like, it's just like in real life. I mean, you come at a person the right way, I mean, they're gonna talk to you the right way. You say something the wrong way, they're gonna throw it back at you. So, you know, I don't know if he was asking a legitimate question or just trying to be sarcastic. But to answer the question, like I told him, it's for business purposes. If I do anything in life, it's been strategically planned and thought out. And everything I've done with this channel over here has gone as planned, just like I pictured, just like I thought out. So, if I'm doing something, just know it's for a reason. I mean, now, at the end of the day, a person entitled to think what they want to think, well, I think he capping. Or this and that, or this and that. And he said, since I'm not going to race anybody. I never said I wasn't going to race anybody. That's why I said y'all got to listen, man. Some people are selective readers and selective listeners. They hear what they want to hear, and they read what they want to read. But my exact words were, I said, if somebody wants smoke, I said, go get a cigarette. And I mean, and I was like, at the time I said that, I was talking about the people that's clout chasing, that be clout chasing. That's what I said. If you gotta go back and look at it, I was talking about the people that were clout chasing. Now, I said, when I go to the track, I always race whoever beside me. Y'all know that. That's how I've been getting down all year. Whoever beside me. And I done friendly grudge racing. Ran a Mustang friendly grudge race. A Supra was a friendly grudge race. Truck was a friendly grudge race. What else? I think it was another one. Mustang again was a friendly grudge race. Then I ran a race car. Well, it was a grudge race. I bet money. I knew I was gonna lose, but I bet money. Cause I show people, man, I don't kill, man. I just enjoy racing. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna make it back. So anytime I do something, if I'm not disclosing some information to y'all, just know it's for business or a good reason. And I'm not getting into that. Cause if you in my business and you in the game, then you already know. Now, if you trying to get in the game, then you just hit me in the email privately. I'm not finna throw all that out there on why and give people the free game on why I move like I move and why it works and how it equivalates to paper. So I'm not finna do that for the world, cause everybody not trying to be in the business and they're just wasting it for what? So that's why. Now, anyway, the other question. Oh, does Dolo have an X pipe? I remember seeing that. Yes, Dolo has an X pipe. I don't mind answering the question again, cause I know I get new subscribers, and I upload every day, so it's kind of hard to go through the back catalog of videos. So on my other channel, my J-Mac 2004 rides, and on here, I'm probably gonna do a reintroduction of this car for the new people, in case they didn't know or wasn't around when it was getting put together, and the exhaust got done and all that, so they might have missed it. But the exhaust, it's a full 3-inch exhaust, all mantra bent. Lawless Street Cars and Fabrication did it. 3-inch X pipe. Super 44 Flowmaster. I get that question a whole lot too on all social media. What mufflers on it? Super 44s. Now I will say this. Whatever, these mufflers will not sound exactly the same. It's based on your engine too. That's any muffler. You'll hear a muffler on the car like, man, I want that sound. You can go get the exact same exhaust system and something will make it sound different. It got a lot to do with compression. A lot of stuff. The engine got a lot to do with it. Like I put this same exhaust system on Big Meats, it's gonna sound different. If I put this same thing on Brown Coat, it's gonna sound different. So they got a lot to do with it. Now, I think those were the most recent questions I saw. Let me see. Is it time taking the rims? I answered that. Why disclose information? I answered that, which I will continue to do until it's the right time. X-pipe, exhaust question. Yeah, I think that was it. But okay, now, what size engine was in Big Dolo? Was, keyword, I hope people listening, man. Cause the dyno video, that was not this engine right here. I gotta reiterate, cause like I said, I think people got confused, even though I said Dolo old engine. That was not the engine that is in this car. Nobody knows the horsepower numbers on this engine in the car. I don't know if people thought I just put that video together. I really did switch the engine in 34 days. I really did, man. 34 days I did a new engine. Now, to talk about the old setup, realistically, the engine made 417, 510 on the torque. As the horsepower went up, the torque would have leveled out. But that was, with the fuel problem, there was an easy 450 horsepower engine, rear wheel horsepower. It definitely made 450 in the end. Did I do it on the dyno? No. I know what I know. I know what I know. Somebody say, well, if it ain't no dyno, you didn't do it. Like I never forget on Facebook, I posted, I had just ran this car, John Jones, on hard tires. It ran a 737 on hard tire, which I was happy. I was like, God, want a 730 something on 18 at hard tire? That's good. And I remember making a status and saying it feels good driving a bottom 6-second car on the street and can go anywhere. And I had the one guy, has it ran 6s yet? I was like, nah, but I know it will. Well, it's not a 6-second car, isn't it? Until you do it, it's not. Which I get him, but he was trying to be funny. When you're trying to be funny, I'm gonna be on your ass, man, later on. Like, all right. So I said, okay. Then I put up the video, and it made a hell of a lick. I mean, it was the pass. It went a low 6. I put the video up, and I remember he wanted to comment. I saved it, man. I be remembering people's names. I said, man, it was about 3-4 months down the line. He inboxed me. What'd it do? I said, it did what I told you it was gonna do. That was my exact word. He ain't writing nothing back. I said, I did what I told you it was gonna do. Now, I mean, if he would have came at me a different way, man, respectful, I would not have been like that. But I come at people the way they come at me. And I know what I know. Like I told him, I said this is a bottom 6-second car on pump gas. And that's what it did. And then he said, what did it do? It did what I told you it was going to do. And we'll leave it at that. You know what I told. Go back and look at status. So, same thing with Dolo old setup. That was a 450 horsepower setup. And my people that know cars and been building motors and been fooling with the dyno and tuning out, they know. Cause the car was running out of fuel at 5,100 RPM. That was a 7,000 RPM peak horsepower engine. How you know that, Jay? I know what it runs on what it ran on the track when I shifted it at that 7,000 on motor, and when I shifted it early. That hustle hard power. It was right. So, what size was that engine? Now, oh, not bad, y'all. Now I saw some guesses in the comments. Didn't nobody get it right. Everybody was wrong. One guy said it got to be a 385. I seen my boy King J commenting back to him. And I was telling him too, it can't be this, and I'm like, bro, you got it all wrong. You got it all wrong, man. It's not a 385. It wasn't a 383. It wasn't a 388. He said it got to be a 4.6. This and that cost of this. I'm like, man, I ain't. Honestly, nobody got the motor right. Nobody got it right. The engine, the old engine, not this. The old engine and Big Dolo, the one I just took out, that was the Hustle Hard power. When I had the little lifter failure in, like I said, nothing on Hustle Hard. They still the GOAT, man. My boy Frank the GOAT. But the one I took out of here and switched with this one in 34 days, the old engine, the one the dyno y'all just seen on the dyno, it was a small block 396 stroker. That's what it was, 396 cubic inches. It was under 400 cubic inches. And that bad boy making that type of power. That was a 450 horsepower engine. I felt it when we got the fuel problem fixed. Felt like a whole nother car. I said, oh, when you can feel horsepower, you can do something to your car and feel the difference. You know you done made some extra power. You know you done made a good bit of extra power when you can actually feel it. We ain't talking no 10 or 15. You barely can tell that. You get that like when you change like cold air intake and stuff like I did on the truck. You barely feel that. You can get in a car and it feels totally different. You know you done made some more power. It could have made more than 50. I'm being conservative. But I know it was a 450 horsepower engine. 510 foot-pounds of torque. The torque would have went up a little bit too. But it was a 396. Now somebody gonna get in the comment, I know he ain't go smaller. I could have stayed the same. Who knows what this is? It could be the same thing, but better. Let your mind wander. I be telling folks, it don't take big cubic inches all the time. It depends on what you're trying to do. There was a 396 I had in the car. So Dolo used to have a small block 396 in it. I'm gonna say used to. I'm gonna say used to. I'm gonna keep y'all wondering. People gonna, oh, you got a 4.6 or you got 454 or whatever. You can think what you want to think. It could be the same. It could be. I did change the block. Remember I told you I changed the block. Stock blocks got a low tolerance with nitrous. And the type of nitrous I'm pouring to it, I was like, man, I was at limitations. I was at block limitations, not parts. I was at block limitations. So I could have just changed the block. Who knows? Now I did buy new parts. All new parts. That's why I say I don't understand what the guy was talking about. He just did this and bought pit. Nah, I bought everything. Everything new from scratch. I did, y'all. Every single piece new. Whole new engine. I got all the stuff to my old engine. I still got it. Except the heads. I sold the head. I still got everything else to that engine. Everything. So it was a small block 396. That's what it was, man. That's what Dolo old engine was. Small block 396 stroker out of a stock GM block. And it was making some steam, man. Built by Hustle Hard Performance. It's a bad engine. It was making some steam. And trust me, it would have did what it did. Well, it did okay. It did decent. It did decent too. I ain't gonna tell y'all, hey. But nobody got it right, man. Everybody thought it was this and that. Like, nah. Y'all had it all wrong right there. Had it all wrong. But, you know, we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep them guessing. I keep telling people time and time again, just enjoy the content, man. Don't be no hater. Don't be jealous. Just enjoy the content, man. And I mean, shit. One thing I noticed about this stuff, though, when you up, man, people do want to see you down. They want to see you get beat. They want to see somebody do better than you. They want to see somebody be faster than you. Just because you up. I ain't never understood that. I ain't never understood that, I meant. People some real crowds, man. There's some people come through and watch these videos, some real crowd. Like, they ain't happy with life. They ain't happy with themselves, man. You can't pay them no attention. You can keep making them mad, but they ain't happy with themselves at the end of the day. That's all it is. When somebody come through trying to be funny, try to be sarcastic, I just laugh at them because I know later on down the line, I'm going to have my way with them. Because they don't be knowing what they talking about. I'm going to have my way. I'm like, man, here go another one finna make this man look like a fool at a time. That's how I be looking too, man. I just be looking off in the distance, smiling, like, I'm finna make this finna make this person right here look like a fool months down the line. I'm gonna let them have it right now. But I'm making look like a fool months down the line. When you know people wrong, you just let them sit on it for a second. Let them think they right. Just let it marinate. Like when everybody kept talking about, well, not everybody, it wasn't everybody, but them few were talking trash about the Camaro and Dolo, you missing this, he won't never run this. I was like, man, just let it marinate. I had already did it. And people think comment bothered me and stuff. If comment would have bothered me, I would have exploded right then and said, well, I'll tell you what, been so improved. I was like, nah, it business, Jay. Let them have it. Then you gonna eat off of them. Like when the girl was funny, tried to be funny at the track the other day. The other 2-3 months ago. Do y'all know? She tried to be funny. I gave a little donation. Came home. That was my number 3. That became my number 3 top earning video for the year. It ain't been up for 3 months. For this channel. Y'all, it ain't my top viewed video. But it went to number 3 and top earning video for the year. I ate off of it. That's how I did everybody else. I'm like, man, when people talking trash, they want to see you lose. They don't know what they talking about. Let it marinate. Just let it marinate until the time is right. Then you can make them look like some fools, and you can eat on them. Same thing when they talking about you in the street. Same thing. Let it marinate. Then just boom, hit them. So that's what it is. 396. That's what the engine was in Big Dolo. Said you can think what you want to think. You can think it bigger. You can think it smaller. Who knows, man? Cause I say you cannot predict me. People ain't figured that out. I would throw a monkey wrench in the game right quick. So now I'm gonna look at the comments, cause I'm finna laugh at some of these guesses. Now I ain't talking about the BCG. I'm talking about the folk that be being sarcastic or try to be jealous, or they be coming on cause they done so quote unquote been doing stuff for years. Jay don't know nothing. Jay got it wrong. You should have did it this way. Should have did it this way. Why you doing this? Why you doing that? And then I always come out on top. I had to last, so I'm trying to humble these people. They talking about humble me. I'm trying to humble them. And they keep doing them. I'm just keep little boy them. Just little boy, is it. So it is what it is. But I'm finna enjoy the rest of the day, man, cause it turned out to be an okay day. And that's what it is, man. That's what it is. So y'all got it. Cubic inches. I told you. That's it, BCG. I'm gonna catch y'all later. We out.